And Betsy Bass is joining us this morning. How are you?
Fine, thank you.
Thanks for being here this morning. Your first appearance, huh?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, you are probably very excited because I may have called this an opening down at the library, but it's actually a reception. Is that correct?
Correct. It's,
Yeah.
and from 4:30 to 6 at the Carrabassett Valley Community Library.
Mm-hmm. And that will be, you have, your artwork is displayed throughout the lobby, right?
Right, and also some in the Beacon Room.
Mm-hmm. And there'll be wine and cheese.
Right, and they also have a cake from the birthday, their birthday party too.
Oh.
So people will get, great for the kids too.
For the library's birthday?
Yeah, there was it's their 5th birthday.
Right, gosh, time flies, huh? What did we do before we had a library, huh? Boy, we didn't have any place to have art exhibits and things of that sort.
No, it's made a big difference.
It surely has. Now you've got quite a display, and you have, photography is your medium, correct?
Yes.
And you've been doing it for some time because some of these shots are from, what, 20 years ago?
Yeah, these Gandhi shots are all early 80. Oh, the other photo's still hanging out. Katie has the big photo.
Oh, well, you brought a lovely assistant with you.
Yes.
And
the one that you're all used to, the gondola picture from
I knew we'd get you on.
the Easter sunrise. It's after an Easter sunrise service in the early 80s, and just before the, just after the sunrise service itself. So it's a very still, gorgeous morning, and very cold by the looks of all the snow on there.
Were they drinking the special Easter punch?
I don't know, it's pretty early for that.
It was pretty early for that, but they did do that later on in the day.
But these pictures they're all for sale down at the library. This particular Gandhi picture is in canvas at the library.
Oh, I bet it's beautiful on canvas.
I like it on canvas.
Yeah, yeah.
So.
And you had mentioned that, of course, you can come down and purchase any artwork that you want while you're down there at the reception, but
Correct.
If you miss out or you can attend, tell us where we can find some of your artwork.
I sell my pictures through Goldsmiths on the Mountain, so you can go in there, and if you want something and she doesn't have it, she will get in touch with me. So that, and I also am a member of the High Peaks Artesian Guild in Kingfield, and I have photos there as well and cards.
Now these are obviously taken, you know, because there's many different types of photography now, more digital. These are obviously not digital
No,
pictures.
this was from my film camera, Nikon FM, and then later the negatives were copied onto a CD, and I was able to, you know, improve it from whatever happened to the negatives over time. Now my pictures are using a Nikon digital SLR.
So you made the transition. Many photographers don't, right?
Well, you almost have to these days.
Yeah,
it's
right.
harder to get, you know, film and all of that. But yeah, some people are still traditionalists, but the quality of the digital cameras now are phenomenal.
Right. And you can enhance color with those, right?
Yes, you can, but you don't want to go overboard and make it look fake. I mean, you want the original photo.
So it's a happy balance, but there's some great tools.
Yes.
You just have to learn how to use them.
And if you get a scratch in an old negative, you know, you can fix that scratch.
Right.
And go back to its original glory, so
Right.
to speak.
What's your favorite thing to take photographs of?
Well, I do a lot of macro, you know, little things, which fascinates me because I'm a scientist by background, oceanography, limnology, and so I get very involved in what things look like in the, you know, back at the minutia part. But I love landscapes. Obviously, I love history. I've taken some of the bridges that have now been taken down. They'll see down there. So I have the Penobscot, where the new Penobscot Narrows Bridge is. I have one of the old bridge and the new bridge together down there. And the old New Sharon Bridge has been taken down, and I have I took photos of that. And of course, I have the Wire Bridge, but that's not going to go anywhere.
Well, no, let's hope not. And that's so these very historic photos. Now, the macro, will we see any representation of that in the gallery exhibit
Yes,
tonight?
there's. I have in the Beacon Room, which will be open where the gallery is. I take a lot of pictures. I'm part of the Coastal Maine Botanical Gardens and Booth-based Camera Club.
Oh, what a
And
great.
I get to go. If you haven't been there, you really need to
It's amazing.
go see it.
Yeah.
It's phenomenal. And I get to go as a part of the camera club for 2 hours early, 2 Tuesday mornings a week for the, non-snow season.
First tracks in the botanical garden.
You got it.
Yeah.
And so I have a lot of pictures, and in fact, in a couple of months, I'm going to put all flower pictures up at the High Peaks Artesian Guild as the pictures I have. But you'll see some in the vegan room. And what else do I have? Besides the gondola pictures and the bridges in the entry area, I have some pictures of Booth Bay, some seals and a lobster boat, and then some animal critter pictures, moose. What do I have? There's 4 of them: moose and deer, moose and horse, and a couple of other things.
In the macro photos, do you ever happen to be in the botanical gardens where you get hummingbirds or insects or anything like that, or is that not of interest?
Oh, there's a lot of pollinators. You'll see.
Yep.
In fact, if I guess he doesn't have the background.
Well, sure he
pictures up.
does. Sure he does. Watch him. He's like magic back there, Andy is. He
Okay.
can show you some of that. Some of that.
But anyway, there were a lot of the macro pictures are in that bigger slideshow, which is actually going to be on the wall at the library.
Oh, so that'll be
tonight.
shown on the
Right.
screen too.
And they
Great.
get a little stretched out down there,
Right,
so they
right.
won't be exactly perfect. But these are a combination of pictures from the gondola collection, but then it's a intermixed from the Galapagos. I went on a photography expedition with National Geographic Lindblad's tour.
Really
Present to myself when I turned 60. So.
nice.
But see, there you have
That's exactly
bees.
what I'm talking about. Yeah.
And I have a lot of hummingbirds that I've been taking, and I have a lot of bird pictures too, as you can imagine. But water falling on the rocks, and that's just walking around up here.
What's the hardest thing to photograph?
Well, it depends. I mean, if you've got hummingbirds, for a starter.
First, you got to find one.
Well, finding them isn't so bad, but they don't stay put very long, so you have to be quick. These are in the Galapagos, different. If you don't understand where it is, it's probably the Galapagos in this set. I think that no matter what you're taking, and you could, it's all hard because getting the light right, getting the picture you want. If it's winter, you've got to deal with the temperature in your camera. If it's something moving, you've got to make sure your speed is fast enough, but you've got the quality of the shot, and then vice versa. I mean, it really, each thing you take, you just have to think about it and work accordingly.
In the winter, cameras perform differently?
Well, the cold
The cold does?
condensation, and you
I
can
see.
hurt things, and you've got to be careful, and of course you're cold. So John Arcott's probably one of the best ones. He did a wonderful, well, this one, by the way, this a black and white version, but this particular picture is close up with ice crystals on it. Speaking of winter things, but he did one of his Friday workshops on winter landscape pictures,
Friday,
and discussed a lot of the issues of the challenges
Sure.
of winter photography, and it was wonderful.
Now, Booth Bay is another great place, in addition to Sugarloaf, where you can just find tons of things to shoot, huh?
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's one of my favorite places other than Sugarloaf, but you definitely, the Botanical Gardens is something people from all over come to see. That is like definitely a thing to see.
It's world renowned now.
Yeah.
It's made it. It's one of the top places
Was that your
to
Black
see.
Lab?
Oh yeah, it was actually chocolate, but yes,
Chocolate. Oh, Chocolate Lab.
we have a brother and sister pair.
Perfect.
Who,
And these will be showing, we'll see some stuff that is image projected up on the wall. And of course, it kind of does spread it open, because, I mean, that's like a 12-foot image up there. So
yeah. Well, pretty much. It's just the way it is. It stretches out a few of the pictures. But
Yeah.
that was that -40 morning I had to drive through.
Wow.
It was out on the stream in Kingfield. But also tonight, I'll have a couple of portfolios out that people can look at pictures other than what's up. And they'll, as I said, there'll be beverages and cheese and crackers and
Great conversation.
and an hour and a half of of mingling. So I hope people come.
Yeah, I hope people
So
do
there,
too.
see, there's some more of your botanical
Yeah.
gardens. Pollinators was the topic this summer at the garden, so you have a lot of pollinators.
Now, when you said you'll have a portfolio there, can people order photos from that portfolio?
They could. I would have to obviously get them printed, and it
Sure,
would take
sure,
time.
order.
But yes,
Yeah. And the canvas one, that is intriguing because I bet you on canvas that looks very nice. And it seems to me I may have seen that over at the, did you have
oh,
that?
the Charity Summit.
That's
I
where
think,
it was.
yeah.
Yeah.
I donated one for the Charity Summit
good for
this
you.
year, and Martha brought it in. I think.
That's where we've seen
Yes.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, and
Very
it's
nice.
at that same size in the canvas.
And I love the greeting cards here because these could be for any occasion. We're going to give some
they're
away.
blank.
Yeah, for Watch and Win, which
Whoops.
is fantastic. And we appreciate that.
And there you go.
Look at that, huh? I could remember that. Boy, when it did run, it was a mighty lift, that run right there. And people are very nostalgic about that, huh? Is that
They are.
like one of the favorites of all the photos when you display up here or when you show people your work up here in Sugarloaf?
This one is.
That's the one, right?
I think it's because of the color.
Yeah. Tell us exactly what is there right now where that photo is taken.
Well, this is in at the Summit Lodge down in the basement, and it's really not open. I think it's got a couple relic gondolas sitting in it.
But that's what it looks like if people have never been
Or
in there.
it did one the last time we hiked up there in the summer. I don't know what they've done. They've probably cleaned it up as well.
Well, they've actually auctioned off some of those gondis.
Yeah, well, no, this was after the fact. But these are, there's some different stories behind these that are fun, and I give the stories that people have given me along with the picture when it's sold, so that's fun.
Oh, that's great.
And
Well, we hope everyone will come down and enjoy the reception today. It starts at 4:30. It's until 6 or 6:30.
it's 4:30 to 6.
Okay,
It's an hour and a
4:30 to
half.
6. And come down and check out your work and maybe pick yourself up some artwork and check out all the different artwork that we've just given examples of today. But we'll hope that you'll come down and have a chance to meet you. And you and your lovely daughter will be down there too?
Yes.
Yeah.
And also, 10% of any sales that go on tonight do go to the library.
Well, good. That's
So,
great.
yeah, so you're benefiting the library as well.
Well, that's great. That's very generous of you to do that. So go down, pick yourself up some artwork. Everyone loves the nostalgic Gandhi cars, and that is just a classic picture, and your others are fantastic as well.
And the cards will be on sale for just $15 for this for
the whole
6.
set.
Yeah, for the set with the envelopes, of course, and all, and they can be, picked up there if you'd like some.
Use for birthdays or any special occasion, or just a howdy-do.
And the 15 is as a special. There'll be probably a little bit more when they migrate to Goldsmiths.
Right.
So
Right. So it's a special.
it's a special.
It's a reception special.
A reception special, yes.
Well, you know what? I really appreciate you coming on. I know that you were a little apprehensive to come on the show, and but we really appreciate you coming on, and we're helping spread the word about the big reception today, and hope everyone will come down and say hi to you.
Well, thank you very much.
Well,
I
thank you, Betsy.
appreciate it.
Thanks for being here.